to start with Mayor Rick Guerra. Rick, Mr. Mayor. Mayor Pro Tem Rene Villafranco. You're here. I saw you here somewhere. There you go. Commissioner Rene Garcia. There you go. Commissioner Pedro Galvan and Commissioner Carolyn Sanchez. Now our board of directors, President Julian Rios. Thank you for being here, sir. Vice President Encarnacion Lopez. His friends call him Chon. Secretary Treasurer Constable Adrian Gonzalez. Here. Former Mayor Ben Gomez. Deborah Morales, board member. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Jeremy Maya, there you are. Thank you for being here. And Mr. Alex Salinas. Thank you, sir. I also wanted to recognize a couple other folks while we're here. Anilu Garcia, District Director for the State Representative J.D. Lopez. Thank you for being here, ma'am. And then Isaac Ebron, District Coordinator with State Representative Oscar Longoria's office. Thank you for being here, Oscar. Appreciate it. So also I wanted to recognize April Castañeda with the Westico EDC. So we have other EDCs here supporting us as well. So thank you for being here. And I also wanted to comment on the Veronicas, the two Veronicas with the SBA. Thank you for being here, Small Business Administration. So as I mentioned, this is about my 5th month here as the Executive Director of the San Benito EDC. And when I first came on board, I spoke to each board member individually and about their priorities. And each one of them mentioned that entrepreneurship and small business development is high on their list, right? So, and we all know that nobody in the Valley helps entrepreneurs, assists small businesses like UT-RGV does. And so with that being said, I would like to introduce right now the Senior Vice President for Governmental and Community Relations, Ms. Veronica Gonzalez, and a good friend of mine, by the way.
Thank you, everyone, and I apologize for being late. I was on the highway, and all of a sudden, they cut off a whole section of the highway. It was blocked off. You had to go on the access road. And I kept thinking, well, a terrible accident must have happened or something. No, they were changing, I guess, the lettering on the digital sign in the highway, but like 15 miles down. So I thought, in the middle of the afternoon, when you have, we need to talk to TxDOT about that one. But I wanted to get here as quickly as I could, and I thank you so much, because this is an important day for us at UT-RGV. As was mentioned, I oversee the Division of Government and Community Relations, and that division includes several economic development offices, as well as our workforce, continuing ed. There's a lot of offices that are comprised within that division. And I'm blessed to have Mr. Ron Garza, who you're going to hear from in a little while, heading up that department within the division. I'd like to thank Ron and Ramiro and everyone over at San Benito EDC and the city, the RGV partnership, everyone that works together so collaboratively and gets creative in finding a way that UT-RGV can further assist our small businesses in San Benito. You know, UT-RGV is the Valley's university. I know you hear about all these universities trying to come in, coming into the Rio Grande Valley, looking because of the talent we have here. But UT-RGV is the university that's been here. It was UTPA, it was UT Brownsville, right? We've been here for many, many years, and we span a very large distance. We go all the way from South Padre Island to Rio Grande City and all points in between. And we are trying to establish a footprint in as many cities and around the valley as we can. Because we know that as a university, we have to take it to the community, right? We have our students that come to us to learn, but we have, in addition to all the experts and faculty and you have so many creative and knowledgeable minds, but you also have tremendous staff that are doing so much good work all throughout the community. I see several here today. I see Ms. Maria Juarez, who heads up our Small Business Development Center. I see Ms. Linda Ufflin, and Linda heads up our Entrepreneurship Centers. We have a lot of great talent all across the Rio Grande Valley. And so I want you to know, at UTRGV, our economic development offices don't just consist of Small Business Development Center, which you hear about a lot, right? Because they're all over and they're providing advisement services for small businesses everywhere. But we also have a data center that helps to put together like economic impact reports, or helps you to look at a business to look at whether they should settle into one city or another. They look at what the demographics are, what the opportunities are there. We have a Veterans Business Outreach Center that helps our veterans when they want to start businesses. We have a procurement office that helps businesses that are looking to obtain federal contracts. And these days, there's a lot of opportunities within the federal government. We have the business incubators I mentioned a while ago. So Linda's here, and Julio, I saw Julio from TMAC. There he is, Julio Quiroga, and actually he's with us. We share him with TMAC, but he's really one of ours. And we have these entrepreneurship centers in Brownsville, we have them in Weslaco, and we also are looking to establish some other ones throughout the Rio Grande Valley. But we offer also all kinds of continuing education courses for folks that once they're out in the business world, but they need to continue to get maybe additional information, or they want to renew license and stuff. They do that through our education courses. So we know that the Valley is growing. It's growing tremendously, and we're always looking for those opportunities to expand, as I mentioned, our footprint, and take the university out to the community. And the partnership that we're celebrating today is going to do just that. Ron's going to be up here in a moment. He's going to tell you a little more on the specifics of what we're doing. But I just want to say thank you, San Benito. Thank you for welcoming us, opening your doors to us, allowing us to have a presence here. We want you to know that our name's on that door, and our door is always open to help our businesses grow, to help our Rio Grande Valley succeed. And I think working together, we're going to succeed together. So thank you so very much for welcoming us to San Benito.
Thank you, Veronica. So real quick, I wanted to introduce a couple of other folks. Dan Lucio with AP, thank you for being here, Mr. Lucio. City Manager, Manuel de la Rosa. Manny, thank you for being here. And so before we move on, I just wanted to allow the mayor to say a few words welcoming everyone to the city of San Benito. Mayor.
Well, thank you very much, and yes, a few words, hopefully just a few words, because like I said, I'm not too much of a talker in public, but one-to-one basis, I love doing it. But again, thank you very much for for coming over here with us. Okay, I'll stay away from it. Thank you for like the UT-RGV coming, the partnership that we're going to have, and I know that all this, when it was brought to us in an emergency meeting that Mr. Ramiro called, I was really, what the heck do you want now, Ramiro? But once I heard it and understood what it was and what's coming, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I think it's a good project. What's coming, and the partnership that UT is having with us. Thank you for coming and partnering with us also. But like I said, so I don't want to take any more time, because I want to think, hey, come on, we need to get it going. Okay? We need to get it going so that we can get this project going and get these people in there. Okay, so I'd like to thank you again for coming and being here with San Benito, and hope your stay here will be pleasant for us, for you all. And again, thank you very much, so much, Sonia. Sir.
All right. Now, I know everybody wants to hear the announcement, but before that, I'm gonna have to tell you a quick 30-minute story. Really. So when I first decided that I was going to accept the offer to be the new executive director for City of San Benito, the very first person I called the next day, and this was in early October, and Ron's right here to fact check me if you want. The very first person I called after my family and I decided what I was going to do was Ron Garza. I talked to Ron and I asked him, I said, and he probably thought this was the strangest, most random question, right? He's like, I said, well, what do you think about San Benito? And being the professional he is, he said, San Benito is I believe that they're, community oriented. They support, the family oriented, and that's the exact same thing that I saw when I wanted to come in here. So that being said, I said, that's exactly what I saw. And so, Ron, I'm going to be the new executive director for the city of San Benito. Help me promote San Benito. And so that's why we're here today. And I'm always going to be appreciative of you for doing that. And without further ado, Mr. Ron Garza.
Thank you, everybody, and good afternoon. Before I go on, I noticed the mayor likes lapels, so officially it's a UT-RGV. So I do kind of want to start with Ramiro's story, because obviously some may not know this in this room, but let me just say this: I have some high school buddies in the room from San Benito. So, but yeah, when he asked me, "What do you think about San Benito?" There's a special affliction to the city here, but this is a great community, and I do really want to say this sincerely, that Ramiro, when he shared the news about him getting a job, I was really excited. The city needed a good EDC director and tap into a lot of the great potential, and I think with his experience as vast programs, this is a good fit for him and for the city. So, and then obviously, City of San Benito and all EDCs, they have their focus and their niche, and small businesses are so important to every community. And kind of like you said, family, and the greatest thing, and people don't realize this sometimes, but behind every local small business is a family. I mean, obviously, those families are from here. So they truly are the lifeblood of the economy here. So we have to do what we can. And we all know another reality of small businesses is that there's a lot of capacity. There's a lot of room to grow. But they're busy. They don't know where to go ask. They don't know where to seek the help. Sometimes they just don't have the time for it. So our initiative that we're announcing here today is that we are setting up shop here in the EDC. So we have a dedicated space. There's going to be a sign that we unveil that we're very, very proud of. But most importantly, San Benito now will have a front door to UT-RGV, or the other way around. I have to clarify that we've been serving this community since the advent of UT-RGV. We've been doing it. Arturo Gonzalez, our senior advisor specifically for SBDC, has been serving this community for many years. But what this does, and again, finding services sometimes is the most challenging thing. Where do I go? Who do I call? Well, we just wanted to make it more accessible, period. So you'll follow the orange and you'll come in the door, and we may not be here every day, but it's a conduit for our services that's going to help amplify what we do. So I think, Veronica, you did an absolute great job highlighting it, but there's a slide. Can we pull that slide with the circles up? Just real quick, because I think the slide kind of gives a depiction.
It's over there too.
UT-RGV, and before I go on, Veronica Gonzalez, there's only a few people, probably nobody, that could have taken away me from a city manager job that I loved. But UT-RGV focusing on economic development, it was just a perfect marriage. There's so much power and resources that UT-RGV brings to this community, the entire valley. And as we all go about our business and everyday life, I don't think we realize truly what UT-RGV does, the economic engine that it is to the region here. So I'm glad to be a part of it. It's very exciting. So we kind of rebranded this office. So I oversee what's called the Office of Workforce and Economic Development. Has all these programs that, I won't spend today going into much detail of all the programs, but I will say it is a litany. It's a very comprehensive portfolio of programs. There's a tremendous amount of expertise that is harnessed through this office. So if you guys, and I have a lot of the directors and staff here, and I know some folks are standing in the back, but if I could ask those directors and those that work for the Office of Workforce and Economic Development to please stand, just so that they can be seen. We have Linda, we have Maria, we have Arturo, Jake is over there, our marketing, Juan with the Veteran Business Outreach side that does our data. These are all the managers and professionals. I mentioned Julio, but there's a tremendous team here of a lot of expertise geared at maximizing what small businesses can do. So the great thing about this initiative and the agreement, and one of the great things too, when they call that emergency meeting, it didn't cost you a dime. This is something we do already, and this is something that is just going to be further amplified. So most of all our services are no cost, low cost. Some are fee for service that we'll get into a bit, but those are the very intensive services that we do. But we're really excited. We're going to be growing this. We're going to be growing this program. You'll see us more, but more importantly, again, it's a conduit for our services. So we're going to encourage all of you that are here today to please help us be ambassadors of these programs and tell all small businesses in the region here, especially in San Benito, if you're a veteran, if you're a small business, if you have an idea of your existing, there's resources out there to further your sales and make you more money, period. So we really need your help to kind of amplify that message for us. So one particular program as I finish here, I want to highlight, because again, I could spend a workshop of all day talking about the services we provide. There's one in particular that Ramiro asked me to provide some information to. It's called the Kaufman Fast Track. And it is, specifically designed for kind of those startups. It's kind of an acceleration intensive 7-week program, 21 hours of content, about 21. So it's an intensive program, and it's also done by cohorts. So we get a group of individuals that are ripe for this program, and we take about 8 to 10 individuals that are ready for this intensive kind of startup program. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it right there. I just want to give you a teaser of what that program is. But again, we are very excited to be here. We're very excited to be having that name on the door here. And again, if there's anything we can do, please find us. But I do want the same thing that Veronica said. Thank you, San Benito, for opening the doors to UT-RGV.
Just want to recognize a couple more folks. Daniel Silva, President and CEO of the Rio Grande Valley Partnership. Thank you for being here, Daniel. And last but certainly not least, and because I don't want to get grounded when I get home, my parents are here. Ramiro and Ana, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So, I'm very, very honored to work for a board that understands that entrepreneurship and small business development is the backbone of our economy, right? I'm glad that I'm here and working for them. And with that said, we have another special announcement. So without further ado, Mr. President Julian Rios, please come on.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Julian Rios. I'm the president for the San Benito EDC. On behalf of the board of directors, we want to thank UT-RGV for partnering with the EDC and bringing the Office of Workforce and Economic Development to San Benito. We're honored that UT-RGV believes in San Benito so much that they have partnered with us. So, that emergency meeting we had, wanted to make sure everybody was on board, and the San Benito EDC is honored to, just like I get nervous public speaking. So, since UT-RGV is investing so much in the entrepreneur and small business community with projects like the Kaufman program, the San Benito EDC Board of Directors is proud to announce that we have decided to provide 10 scholarships to residents that want to start a business or already own a business. So, not only are we partnering with UT-RGV, we're ready to work. So that's what we're here for. And we do understand that economic development isn't only brick and mortars, big box stores, and attracting businesses with taxpayer dollars, but it's also educating the workforce and building up entrepreneurs and small businesses. So thank you, UT-RGV, for being here.
Okay, so now we've come to the end of the special announcement. We've got a special ceremony out outside, so I would like everybody to kind of go out there and just follow us for a little ceremony. Before we go, I just wanted to thank all the folks, Kathy Weaver, president of the Chamber of Commerce, and their board, who's always with her. Thank you very much. If you guys could please go outside, and then we're going to come back inside for the commercialization tour, but we're just going to go do a quick ceremony outside. Please join us.